Buongiorno from our home in Sicily. During the tours, one of my favorite things to do is host people at our home, not only because of our beautiful view, but it's just fun having people at the house. It feels like having family over.
They call her the hostess with the most, and it's for a reason. Believe me, she meticulously plans everything she does, as you can tell by our precision on our tours. And it's really wonderful when people come over here, Esther, from the United States, and they actually see how two expats live. And I think for the most part they're happy, don't you?
Absolutely. People say it's one of their favorite
Comfortable.
Days. Anyway, come inside our house and take a look at our little party.
Here's Lucia.
Hi.
We're getting the salamis, the vino, the olives, and all the goodies. And there's the lasagna. This is the scene outside as we prepare the table and the night scene. We're going to have buffet today. Please, clouds, stay away. Rain, rain, stay away. Please. Okay, this is the hair situation pre-party. This is my honey bunny with his You Me in Sicily hat, You Me in Sicily t-shirt, his cute shorts, knee pad. Look, that's Peace, my honey. Baby. Here we have salami ungherese, Greek olives, a salami that I brought from Budapest, local olive oil, sale, pepe, and then we have parmigiano, a fresh cheese, 3 types of olives. This tomato with our fresh basil and parsley. And here's the fennel. That's our neighbor. Wow. That is a massive lasagna. Oh my God. This is what we call a lasagna. And everyone here cannot leave until all of it is gone. You get that? Here's the current situation. We're getting better and better and better. But these people being in our home just warms my heart. And I hope one day you get to come here and see Sicily with us. Ching ching. And here's to my Alfred Zappala, who 11 years ago brought me to Sicily. It bit me, and here we are.
Here we go. Here's our group tonight. We're having such a good time here. They went to Taormina today. I just want to get everybody in the shot. Maybe I can get everybody in there. All right.
And there's Steve Lane. Oh my God. Everyone's eating and enjoying themselves. There you go. I have to tell you, my heart is warmed. Even though I'm in a seat, I get to ching-ching with everyone. Ching-ching! We've got a big problem here. We've got a New York Yankees guy right
Yeah, finally
here.
giving some class to this place.
Now, you were surprised because you saw New York
Surprised
Yankees.
Why is it on? Why are you putting it on me?
Because you're going to be the star. New York Yankees hats everywhere, right?
That's true. All over Italy.
It's crazy, right?
No, it makes sense. I mean,
The truth is, I didn't see one Red Sox hat. Not even one.
And here's our dessert. Now look at this beautiful dessert we are having con crema and everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is attorney Steve Lane from New York.
yeah, New York. New Orleans, whatever.
He has the world's most valuable collection of Mickey Mantle vintage paraphernalia. As a matter of fact, he wrote a beautiful book right here. It's just unbelievable, right? I was honored.
So now, wait a second. Everybody who's in New Orleans now, when you're watching this, you know I'm not home now. So you can break into my house and take millions of dollars worth of stuff. Just go ahead.
No,
I
you're
don't have
gonna
a
be
dog.
He wrote for me a little thing. I'm going to read it for you. It says, Dear Al, let's make a notation of that. I hope that you enjoy this book as much as I enjoyed our time together this week. And by the way, I've read the first 75 pages. His book brought me back in time to when I was a kid.
Did you?
I had a parallel existence with the Red Sox as he did with the Yankees. How he loved Mickey Mantle, I loved Ted Williams, and my brother loved Kai Yastrzemski. Honestly, we're two clones, but except, as you can see, a Red Sox fan and a Yankee fan.
Well, I'm a lot
But I
better
love
looking than you.
the Mick too. Anyways, you are definitely now. This is for my brother Tom. This next sentence, I hope you're listening to. It says, "You are definitely," and the word is underlined, definitely, the smarter and better looking of the Zappala brothers, and I really think.
But please understand that's a very low threshold. Okay.
So in any case, I struggled all week to come up with a present commensurate for this man to give me this book, and I needed to give him a souvenir. And as he knows, and as my brother Tommy knows, there's a minor, very minor footnote in a baseball history of a Red Sox pitcher that nobody knows about except me, by the name of Ike DeLocke, who played in the 1950s. That happened to be my favorite one. So today, I had this FedExed. I'm going to present to Steve a card, PSA rated -3 of Ike DeLocke.
What if I told you I had it? Wouldn't you be so
I'm not
pissed?
surprised.
This is worth about what,
50
$1.25?
50 cents. 50 cents.
Anyways, Tommy boy, thank you for hooking us up. We love this guy. Esther loves him. I love him. I hope we see him back here.
Wait.
I'm Steve.
This is so good. This visit was so good. And I've had such a great time that I'm going to do something that I've never done in my entire
You're not gonna
life.
kiss me, are you?
No, I'm not transgender yet. Give me this thing.
No.
Put that on. Put that on. Put that on.
That's
not right. If I can do this, there can be world peace. Okay.
Now, all right. You know Tommy, right? He actually gave me a present. All right.
Pathetic individual.
All right. You know Chas Palminteri?
Oh yeah, I know
A
Chas Palminteri.
Bronx Tale?
That's right. Mickey
Remember
Mantle's
this-
not gonna pay
remember
your
this
rent.
iconic scene.
Now you can't.
can't leave.
Great
My brother
scene.
Tommy sent me this from Charles Palminteri, who, by the way, has a very important restaurant in Manhattan. So Tommy boy, get your pal here. I have Charles here. Thank you very much.
Yay,
All right.
that's awesome. Great.
That's good, huh?
And this is what's left. Everyone's gone. What a wonderful evening. Even in my wheelchair, I was able to mosey around pretty easily, although I had to beep sometimes people in the way. It's so much nicer here because I can talk to everyone. Sometimes in the restaurant it's hard because I'm in a wheelchair and can't go around. Usually I walk around and try to talk to everyone, so it was very, very nice. And of course, thank you to Lucia, who comes and helps me during these dinners.
You know who helps us out too that she doesn't say? And I was just talking about this yesterday, Esther. Most of our vendors that we do business with during the course of this trip come from literally this zone that we live in, Vampileri in Archicatena. And yesterday I was going through my list of people we do business with, whether it's the bread man, the grocery man, whether it's the pastry guy, Angela, who makes us our dinners and so forth. Everybody is literally less than 0 kilometer. So that's just an unbelievable
It's awesome.
thing.
You know what's awesome about it, including all those foods were local foods, nothing imported, made locally, and the day of the party was hilarious. It was literally a revolving door. The lasagna was being delivered, the pastry then was delivered, then Lucia came with the vino and other things, so it was like constantly people in our zone helping out, which was wonderful. Of course, the bread lady brought the nice pieces of bread, so it was really a team effort to put together that party.
After this party, the next day, I went over to Family Food is the name of the place in Vampileri, and Angela is the cook, the owner, along with a beautiful husband. And I had that big stainless steel pan to return. And as I gave it to her, she asked me a question. She says, "Well, did they like it?" And she had that like air of expectation on her face. I said to her, "Angela," I says, "honestly, that was the best lasagna I think I've ever had
you've said
in
that.
my life." And so did everybody. It was flat out. If that was in Boston, at the North End,
Okay, let me ask you, what made that exceptional?
well, it was multi-layered. There was veal in it for the meat. It was the ricotta was just great. It was scrumptious. All I could say was it was lip smacking good. Okay, and
Lip
from an
smacking
old time guy that's eaten a ton, probably or 2 tons of lasagna in his day, flat out the best one I ever had, and so did a lot of people say
That's
that.
why I
too.
love having people here, because we get the local products, the homemade stuff, and even we're gonna host one more party, and I can't wait to make my sauce. And we just sit around here, and it's a relaxed time. Can I just say thank you to some of our travelers in that group from Missouri?
From
The
Missouri.
The Sylvie family. Now this is a cool little product. She brought a bunch of stuff, but this is a no sugar added apple butter.
That you
And
put
then-
on toast and pancakes.
I think I'm gonna like that just with a spoon, to be quite
Well, I'm gonna
honest
hide
with
it
you.
then,
Here's a jalapeno infused honey,
which ought to be interesting.
blue hive honey, pure raw and unfiltered. They also brought some barbecue sauce and everything. This group, there were like tons of gifts. Last week I showed you all the other gifts that people brought. We love that people bring us a little something from their corner of the world. So
You know,
thank you very much.
they also brought me a bottle of bourbon, which when our friend Tom comes back, because he likes Angel's Envy. Tom, you and I were gonna open this bottle up when you come back in Christmas time. We're gonna sample this bottle, but it's a full cask, a bottle too, which means it's a very good
You're not
one.
going to try it tonight? Tonight
No,
seems
no,
like
not
a good
tonight.
night. No,
I
okay.
wanted to make one more shout out if I possibly
Go
could.
ahead.
Anna Sorgi, of course. I love her. My cousin Annette and Vinny, of course. Our new friend Steve Lane, who wrote
And the girls with Anna.
the book, The Girls with Anna, special. They were all special, okay? But I wanted to say one other thing. For years, there was this guy down the street. His name was Francesco. And he had a newspaper store. And he sold little knickknacks. And we always used to see him sitting out front because there was never any customers that went in there. Well, about 3 years ago, he switched. He opened up a bar because he is a trained baker, and he offers lunches and dinners. But that's not the story. The story is about the desserts that he sent over for this troop.
You saw the desserts
Okay.
earlier, but before you continue on that, just imagine this, okay? He's down the street, and knickknacks is, well, you walk in there and there's everything from makeup to cards to ceramics
Yeah.
to stuff for the kitchen, stuff for the bathroom. I mean, when we were low on something, I'd be like, I gotta go, Francesco, maybe he has it.
Yeah, yeah.
Nail filers. I mean, it was like notebooks. You name it, he had it. Plastic stuff, everything. And
But to make a long story short, we ordered, I think it was 30 pieces of these little guys, about an inch and a half square. There were cheesecake, and on top of the most delicious toppings I've ever had. And now Steve Lane from New York originally, right? He says this is damn good cheesecake. And guess what? It is and was damn good cheesecake, that's for sure. So I was
there
really happy.
Nutella, there's ricotta, and a cream one, but the presentation was just spectacular. Anyway, a fabulous, fabulous group of people. I really enjoyed them, even though I was only able to join them for a few dinners. A great group, and we really, really loved having you. And now they're all departed.
Well,
Now
don't
we're
forget
empty
the
nesters. Now
don't
we're
forget
empty
the restaurants
nesters.
we went to some great restaurants. You know, I had to get off the bench because she was unable to make all the evening. I tried to make as many as I could. I think I made 4 or 5. I can't remember. But going into Catania to this place called Antica Sicilia, which is right behind Duomo Square. Ask anybody where it is. The mussels that were served that day. I saw Steve who is not Italian by any stretch of the imagination, not only did he devour them all, but he was slopping up the sauce.
That's
on the
what you're
plate.
supposed to.
And here's the evening scene as we finish. Empty, empty, completely empty.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
that, for those of you guys who have been here long enough, you know that's one of my favorite meals, and that restaurant does it well. But I was talking to people on our farewell dinner, which we had this week, and I was so happy that I was able to go there despite having to hop down 3 sets of stairs, but I had 2 guys on either side, so I was safe. At farewell dinner, people were saying that the food was excellent in every restaurant, and you know, they went to Ortigia, they went to Taormina, they went to the Sicilian Cart Museum, which, by the way, people say was one of their favorite things to do. They had the Etna Day. People really loved the vineyard that we went to because that's also a homemade meal. Anyway, people seemed happy, and I'm happy that 14 people are now have a little bit of Sicily in them, some for the second and third time.
You know, just don't think that we randomly pick restaurants on the side of the road. Our restaurant selection is a culmination of many years of vetting out restaurants, okay?
Yeah.
So, and this, we just hit it great. Everything was in season, the food was great, the eggplant was out. What did Steve like? Steve was eating that.
He was eating everything. I think
No, it was the
caponata.
appetizer. The carbonata that Steve actually, this guy Steve, he's a piece of work, this guy. More about him later. But anyways, he actually asked me, Alfredo, for the recipe to make that stuff that was the carbonata.
Did you send them to our video that we did?
No, I didn't do that. You
Want to
did.
know the funniest thing in this whole trip was the fact that Mr. Lopez Lenny, which now turns out he was actually Bernie Lopez, is related to Giuseppe Giuffrida, who's a proprietor of the Sicilian Cart Museum, and is related to our dear friend Bernie Sapienza.
Who's been on the videos
I
before,
mean, come
right.
on. Talk about small
Piccolo Mundo.
world. I mean, what are the chances? And they hadn't talked in many years, and they just connected during our tour. So, you, me, and Sicily, connecting and reconnecting friends and family. Who would have thought?
For those of you who read Facebook, today I wrote a post thanking the aggregate of people. Really, it was like a small army of people who assisted us.
Well, funny you should say
During-
that,
with-
because I have it,
Huh?
and I was going to read. So now is the time to read it.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
We have a Facebook page, You, Me, and Sicily, and I want to read most of what Alfred wrote, because he has this section called My 75-Year-Old Sicilian Life, and this is what he wrote. Last night was our farewell dinner with a merry group of travelers, completing our tour schedule for 2025 other than our Christmas, New Year's Eve gathering in Taormina. Each group was such a pleasure to host. So true. Bonds and friendships are formed during these group trips. As I tell everyone on that first dinner when they arrive, Sicily's the story, not Esther and Alfred. Unknown to me, back in September, I learned yet another lesson, the fundamental humanity of travelers and locals here is one and the same. And I witnessed the first-hand, starting in Naxos, continuing in Sheffield, Leithbury, and again back here in Catania, and every step along the way. Back in September, on the second day of that trip, Esther fell and broke a piece of her tibia off, and that was so serious she needed surgery almost immediately, but we couldn't trust that problem because the surgeon was in Catania. He's the best surgeon perhaps in all of Italy, and we didn't trust anyone else to do it. Instead, we toughed it out. Collectively, we toughed it out. The outpouring of love, affection, first from our travelers and spreading to all we encountered, Sicilians from every place we went, was astounding. All of them, perhaps 100 people, including over 30 travelers, fell over themselves to help over a period of time, and a race against the clock. Very well written. Hotel staff, guides, restaurants, friends of those people, their families, all rushed to help. What initially thought to be a possible disaster turned into a bicultural unity of goodness, generosity, love, and healing for Esther. And I think you too. She received medicine for her soul and her spirit from people from the States and throughout Sicily. So true. But the miraculous treatment she had received was repeated by another group of travelers, another group of Sicilians, including our neighbors, who collectively did everything possible to help. My very eyes witnessed the goodness of man, the generosity of mankind, the essential holiness of mankind when pressed into action. Last night she was transported to the hotel to host a farewell party. Two men helped her hobble down the stairs. She insisted on going, wheelchair and all. The lesson for me, Sicily taught me that her powerful beauty, her healing energy transcends and makes me believe that the souls and spirit of all, from all walks of life, brings out their holiness just as a good Lord teaches us. Truly an unforgettable lesson. Beautifully written, and amen to all of that, because it's so true. I've been overwhelmed by the messages of love and support here on YouTube, on Facebook, and this is a record 2 weeks in a row. I have tears in my eyes of joy, and not of sadness at all. It is, I think, just sheer overwhelmed of emotion, of joy. You know, yesterday after the farewell dinner, I came home, and it's a project for me to get down the stairs, get back up the stairs, go to the restaurant, you know, get in my wheelchair, out into the car, out of the blah, blah, blah. It's a, you know, mental practice. And I came home and I just had tears in my eye because of joy and relief and happiness. And Al Zapla, honestly, you supported me through this, and ching ching to you.
You know, it makes me more cognizant, and I believe going forward, those who are permanently impaired, whether it's by one thing or another,
Yeah.
to see life in another set of eyes of someone who perhaps is not ambulatory. It's changed me. Her experiences, and this is the second time it's happened within
Yeah.
7 years. It's changed me now to be a lot more empathetic to those who have physical infirmaries.
Yeah.
Really.
And you
I'm
know, the
serious.
other
It's-
thing is, I'm proud to say, you know, that hotel that we're at here, the residence, also the hotel in Sheffield, the hotel in Lipari, the hotel in Giardini Naxos, all were very accommodating to someone in a wheelchair. The restaurants as well, not all restaurants, if you know, Sicily is not the easiest in terms of being handicapped accessible or wheelchair accessible, but certainly it is a possibility to get it done, and there are places that do help you and support you. And for me, you know, that's a very important thing, because for our future travelers, I can safely say where they can go and where they can't, where they will be more supportive of someone in a wheelchair and where it's more difficult.
even if you can't walk far distances, it's really, you could do as much or as little walking as you really want. Okay, honestly, someone was complaining about going into Siracusa, or altogether, and I've done it with a bad knee myself. Back and forth to the main place is maybe not less than a mile, but it's not a mile straight. It's maybe a quarter of a mile, and then you could do plenty of places to take a rest, but then you got to walk a little bit more. But that's not every single solitary
Right.
day, okay? Maybe two of them that are longer, but she, over the years, has found places where you could actually get those little scooters
Yes,
and all
Those
these other things.
wheelchairs, electric wheelchairs.
Electric wheelchairs
We've
and
had
so forth. Right.
several clients that have helped with that. Yes.
Now, Sicily and Italy in generally is not as handicapped friendly as the United States, because we have the
For sure.
Americans with Disabilities Act over there, etc. But they're working towards it.
Absolutely.
And for me, I'm very happy to see small restaurants in smaller towns trying to be as accommodating as they can. I was very proud of
100%.
all our people for sure, but also just everybody in general.
Yeah.
That did a great job for you. So that's how I want it. It was a
Anyway.
gratifying and learning and healing last month and a half for me, for sure, and also for you.
Absolutely.
Yep, I'm a better
you
person
have
for it.
you have a choice in life when things like that happen. Either you get depressed and feel sorry for yourself, or avanti, go ahead. And that's been my
Yeah.
philosophy, and that's why I'm able to continue doing what I'm doing and hosting parties here and going to farewell dinner, because I'm determined to go ahead. Speaking of ahead, next week I'll have big news from my doctor, so I'm looking forward to that. Most of our travelers will be out of the country, so it'll be time for me to relax, for Alfred to finally relax, and let's see, maybe we'll have a little surprise next week, something very, very different.
No, I mean, honestly, we both like to shoot video, and lately she's been, before her injury, she was doing quite a bit of it, and I was kind of being an editorial assistant, so to speak. But now that I've recaptured my eye, so to speak, my video eye, I mean, this week, next week, the following week, actually up until Christmas time, when our Christmas to New Year group comes in of about 12 people, that's exactly what I want to be doing, focusing on videoing more stuff for you people, her putting it on Facebook, which, by the way, I was notified this week that we have now over 55,000 followers on our Yumi and Facebook page. It blew me away. 55, and she does reels all the time, and so she's going to keep you informed. That's for sure.
All right, on that note, thank you for tuning in. So happy that you guys are here with us every Sunday or whenever you're watching. Ching ching to you, Alfredo.
God bless you guys.
God bless you.
Thank you
Love
very
you guys.
much. Thank you very much. We love you very much. Ciao.